everyone, it's Linda. This is going to be a get ready with me video. I have to go to school today, so if you want to see what I do in the morning, what my morning usually looks like, keep watching. I'm going to start with the Play Sticks from Benefit, and mine is in Tea Party. And I just dot a little bit of that. Sometimes when I have time, I just take it straight from the tube onto my brush, but this is get ready with me, and I gotta get going. So then I just use a foundation brush. This is one that I got at Sephora, and blend that in. This comes in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 shades. My daughter has the shade lighter, which is called Spin the Bottle. And how I came across this was my daughter and I went in to Ulta and she got her brows done. And you know, after you get your brows done, you're all red and splotchy looking. Well, they said, "Are you doing more shopping?" And we said yes. And she said, "Would you like me to, you know, cover this up and conceal it a little bit?" And we said, "Of course." And this is the product she grabbed, and it did such a beautiful coverage that, you know, we were both hooked. I like to change out my foundations. I don't like to wear the same one every day. I don't know why. I guess maybe I think I don't want my skin to get used to it and then have the product stop performing. Does that make any sense? I know a lot of people, when I used to use shampoo and conditioner, I use Wen now, but when I used to use shampoo and conditioner, I would do that too. I would kind of swap out every couple bottles or so. And then I'm just going to blend that in a little bit more. And down my neck. We're going to use the Lorac Pro Palette today. I'm going to do a mostly matte look. And I'm going to start with taupe on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to really quickly start blending that in. Our weather's supposed to warm up, which means I'm going to have a slushy mess on my hands. But I'll deal with the slush after too many nights of 14 below and days when it never got above 0. Next, I'm going to go into... I can deal with slush. Stick my finger in the palette. I hope I'm not too orange. This is a new camera, and I'm not quite sure on the settings yet. I'm going to go into the black here. The top row of this palette's all matte. The bottom row is all shimmer. I really like it. So black, and that's just going to go on the outer corner, where the black usually goes. So what's the weather been like in your world? It seems like the whole country has had too much snow and too much winter this year. I wonder what that will bring for spring and summer. I wonder if this will be followed by extreme heat and more drought. You know, I pray it's not drought. We've been hit so hard by drought here. Not as bad in the part of the state that I'm in, but further west has been really bad. We had, a couple years ago, in the heart of the drought, we had a family in our school district who usually gets, and for some of you this won't make any sense because you're not into agriculture, but usually get 170, 180 bushels of corn per acre. And an acre is about the size of a football field. When they harvested their corn, they got 3. So if you're making your money off of selling corn and you're only getting 3 bushels an acre and you're used to 180, really hard because a lot of the corn, once it's harvested, has to be dried, and we use propane for that. And you know what propane prices have done. And now I'm going to go in with cream. And I've got schmutz on my face. Schmutz is a Yiddish word. My mother used to work at Jewish hospital in Cincinnati, so I grew up knowing some of those wonderful Yiddish words. And then the only shimmer we're going to do is I'm going to take gold, and that's going to go right in the center of my lid, and then I'm going to blend it out. My mother also grew up in Arkansas, so I can very easily slip into a southern accent. And I traditionally say y'all instead of you guys. I really dislike the you guys. But that's part of the vernacular up here. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of mauve right up here. And blend, 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 blend. It's all about the blend. I am the blend master. What movie was that from? Anyone remember? It was some kid's movie. And I think he was a chameleon because he could move on whatever color stuff. Now that I've got all that done. And I've been trying a new product this week. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that. They really did not label it well. White on cream is really tough to read. But it's Revlon Age Defying Concealer and Age Spot Corrector or something like that. And I have no idea what color this is. It was the lightest color in the display. I have heard people compare this to the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Don't know because I've never had any MAC. That's the consistency of it. I'm going to use this kind of as highlight and concealer. And then just blend that in. What have you been liking for concealer? Anyone got anything I need to try? Like I said, I've never used any MAC. You know, it's all over YouTube. It seems to be the one that people really, really love, but I hate to order stuff online without getting to, ooh, the snow is blowing. I don't like that. Stop. I don't like to buy things, especially if they're a color of something that I'm going to need to be able to match with something else without being able to try them first. And I'm just going to blend that highlighted area into my concealer. A new eyeliner this week, and this was recommended to me by one of my good friends here on YouTube. Her name is Jess. Her channel is iBeauty, and I'll link her down below. But this is the liquid eyeliner from NYC. It's got just a nice little brush. And it is black. I'm not good at winged eyeliner. I think it makes my eyes look droopy, so I generally stop right at the corner. Maybe it's just because I haven't figured out how to do it right. I can do it on other people, but not on me so much. This takes concentration. At least for me it does. Talk amongst yourselves. The other morning I got in the truck and realized I never did my eyebrows, so I'm not going to forget them this morning. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown, and I really like this product. It's fast, or at least it is for me. I also use Benefit Brow Zings, but that takes me a little bit more time. And I don't know about you, but I never have enough time in the morning. I still have to pack my lunch. I did a mass cooking last night so that I have lunch ready to go, but I still have to pack my lunch and I have to make breakfast. I usually take my breakfast with me. Getting a little crazy there, Linda. And eat it at school because I can't do all of the junk food that the kids do. I have some health restrictions, and if you're interested in nutrition and fitness video and what I do, leave that in the comments below. I'd be really excited to do that for you. There, I now have mascara brows. This week I've been trying to learn to love the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. It's got a brush that's different from what I'm used to. Really, really tiny little brush. And I hear what the secret is to put on a coat and then let it dry a little bit. So you're going to see that. Anyone else have to make weird faces in order to do mascara? So I'll let that dry. I'm going to do some blush today. This is from Too Faced, and this one is Peach Beach, and it's just beautiful. Some of you may have seen an Instagram I did of it a couple days ago. I am in love. It's beautiful. They have 2 shades of this product. The other one was more pinker. But this one is just about perfect for me. I love the peachy shade. I find I really don't need much of a highlighter with this because it's got its own shimmer. And I just kind of come up the sides here a little bit. Now I'm going to come back to another coat of Telescopic. And if you let it dry, they really do lengthen, it looks like. And because I have a thing about clumps, I'm going to go in with the Clump Crusher from CoverGirl. I don't like clumps. It's my thing. Or it's not my thing. I really hope that the snow has not blown all over my driveway. I spent about 3 hours plowing the driveway on Sunday after we got about 3 inches of snow. I will find a picture I took from the seat of the backhoe on Sunday and put that in here somewhere so you can see a little bit of what my world looks like. Not sure I got many of the clumps out of there, but oh well, it happens. For lips, I'm going to line with the Jordana in Rock and Rose, and this is Easy Liner for lips. This one's a fairly nude, neutral color. I really like Jordana stuff. The price point is right, and if you get a color that maybe doesn't turn out so good, you don't feel like you're out as much. You know, because the lip liners I think are $1.99. That's cheap. Based on how windy it is outside, I'm not sure I should really spend a whole lot of time doing anything with my hair. And then I was at Walmart the other day, and there was an end cap that had flower lipsticks for $2.50, and this one is in Tender Tuberose. I wonder if all the lips, I didn't pay attention to the ones I bought, I wonder if they all start with the same letter, you know, 2 words, same letter. Ooh, I like this. And hair time. I'm just going to curl it with my straightener today. And I just take sections, comb my fingers through them, and put just a very mild bend. And I go both directions. Sometimes I curl it under, sometimes I curl it over. This is a straightener I got at Sally's. It's kind of a Chi knockoff, and they're of course way cheaper than the Chi. They come in all different colors. The value or the name brand that's on it is GVP. Not sure what that stands for. This is a couple-day-old hair. My hair's really dry, so I don't wash it every day. Especially since I'm coloring it now. And yes, you'll notice my hair is darker. I did just color it. And the coloring I use will be in my empties video, and that'll be coming up here pretty soon. The color seems to fade. I have a thyroid condition, and that seems to help color fade a little bit quicker. At least that's what stylists have told me. And, you know, I like the color it is, and I like the way it feels right after I color it. It's always so soft and shiny, and my hair is never soft and shiny. So I like to try and keep it that way as long as possible. So the more you wash it, the faster your color goes. And then I just do the same thing on the other side. I rarely wash and dry my hair in the morning because I never get it dry and it takes too long. I'll always take a shower at night and let it air dry a little bit because I don't like to heat it to death. And then I'll be able to do this in the morning. Sometimes I use a curling iron. I've been on the straightener kick here the last week or so. Had you ever seen anyone curl their hair with a straightener before? It works really well. I help with hair and makeup for our musicals at school, and it's the quickest way for me to get a curl in a kid's hair and have it stay. And then the bangs, I just try and give them a little volume by putting a bend right there as close to the root as I can get. You know, because your bangs always go flat. Doesn't matter what you do, they go flat. And I'm not a big teaser, so when these cool down, then I will tip my head over and run my fingers through it and pop it back up. And that's it. During the day, if it gets kind of flat, I just tip my head over and on my root. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be down below. Everything I'm wearing and all the products I use will be in the description. And thanks for communicating. It's so fun to hear from you. I'm really enjoying developing a relationship with so many folks out here in the YouTube beauty community. It's really been a positive experience for me. So thank you so much for that. Bye, everyone.